Y'all hear me?
What the hell is going on here? Just all hang up.
Another episode of the BS Podcast.
Hang on.
Moran.
Hang on. There's all kinds of noise in my ear now.
Oh, jeez.
We need a little bit more professionalism.
What message?
I'm not sure how to get this off the screen, but hey, everybody, it is Amber. We are live. Quincy is not here, and none of us know how to run anything in the back end of this because they keep changing it, and we don't know.
Got it.
Hi, there we go.
Hey,
Quincy texted me earlier and asked me if I would open, so yeah, I'm opening. Welcome, everybody.
Now we're live. We're live
Yeah,
now.
I did that. You're welcome. Welcome, everybody. I clicked the button too, so probably 3 of us hit the button. Anyway, so we are waiting on Quincy to be here. He is running behind today, which is fine. Usually we don't have any issues with that, but our desktop dashboard thing has changed, and I was lost. So anyway, welcome. Alabama took down Wisconsin this week, and that's what we're going to talk about. So buckle up. I'm back. So guess what? There's a timer today. I have missed being here, but I'm really excited to be back today because I get to talk about how fantastic Ty is, because everybody knows I have been a Ty stan. So here we are. We're going to talk about it today. Everybody welcome the boss of all of us, my dad, Wild Bill. Tell them who you are. Tell them about yourself. Tell them something new. You tell them the same thing every week. Tell us something new.
I'm fixing to have a birthday this week. I'll be 67.
You are. Wild Bill's birthday is
My son-in-law got me a
week.
Chris Carpenter bobblehead.
Sure did.
I started to wear my St. Louis Cardinals gloves he got me, but they're in there.
Facebook sucks. We're not live.
Well, you know what? I don't know what to say about that because we were live last week because I watched y'all.
That's
but
weird. It shows we're live on here.
It's always messed up on here. But anyway, if we stop talking about it, maybe it'll fix itself. Everybody, welcome. Quincy's brother, my cousin.
Progressive, but
I'm just trying to get this show on the road because you have to be off by a certain time, and we have timers today. Josh, introduce yourself. Tell everybody something they don't know about you.
my dog is exhausting. And,
What kind of dog is it?
It's a miniature Australian Shepherd, but she's 11 and she's pissing and pooping all over the house. So it's pretty awesome.
Oh,
I only have to get up at
dogs.
2 a.m., 5 a.m., 8 a.m., walk her, all throughout the day, and she still does it.
Is she sick?
No.
She's just old.
Getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a little bitch.
Whoa. Language.
If there's one thing I can call a bitch, it's a girl dog.
No. It shows that we are live on the BS Podcast Facebook page. It's just not working on Quincy's page. I don't even know why it still shows up, but we are live. I just checked.
We have a page.
Yeah. Wow, Josh, you're fired. In the bottom right-hand corner for me, I don't know if everybody sees it the same way I do, is my wonderful, fantastic husband, Austin. Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody and tell us something that you don't usually tell us?
Oh, you go ahead. Just keep talking about how great I am. I'll just sit here and listen.
Nope. You got to do it. You got to talk about it.
Well, I'm Austin, and I'm her wonderful husband. There you go.
That was
says on our opening. Oh, geez.
Brandon is here. Well, we've got one loyal viewer every week. Brandon is here. I am Amber Dash. I am related to all of these people, and
You're
I
not
claim
related
them.
to me because that would be
we're
the
married.
most Alabama thing ever.
we're married, so I am technically.
We're not related.
That would be a
I
West
just realized that
Virginia.
I ran out of time and didn't even put an Alabama shirt on. I'm just a terrible person. But anyway, we are waiting for Quincy. Quincy is the second boss around here, so he thinks Wild Bill is the lead boss. But
Whatever.
okay. Okay, let's see. Josh, do you have media pulled up to where you can fire Wild Bill's intro so we can get started in the first quarter with Wild Bill?
Let me find it. Sorry.
That was the old one, but it's fine. All right. We have the timer back today. It is happening. Wild Bill, it's all you, boo. All you. You got your 15 minutes are starting now.
Oh, I don't ever take 15 minutes. But a shout out to the Alabama fans. We had a elderly couple from Wisconsin that played golf today. They were very complimentary of the Tuscaloosa fans, the way they were treated at the ball game. They had stayed in Nashville a couple of days before they came down. They talked highly of Nashville. So shout out and kudos to all the Alabama fans and even the Nashville area folks that treated these people from Wisconsin with wonderful Southern hospitality. So shout out to all of that. Bullet point number 1. We had an amazing 4 quarterback sacks Saturday. So now, through 3 games, we have a total of 5. We held Wisconsin to 209 yards of total offense. Number 3, Mr. Bray Hubbard had 2 interceptions on the day. Number 4 is not so good. We gave up a 95-yard kickoff return. Number 5, the last kickoff return against us was by Devon Achane of Texas A&M in 2021. Number 6, the numbers 80, the number 24. This is the combined score in the home and home series against Wisconsin. We outscored them 80-24. Number 7, 9-0, Coach DeBoer's record in Bryant-Denny Stadium. The longest home win streak for an Alabama coach to begin their tenure since Zen Scott won 17 in a row from 1919 to 1921. And I end with number 8. We have got to have improved offensive line play. And that are the bullet points for this Monday.
Very good, Wild Bill. Yeah, baby. The Q Dog is in the house.
All right.
You made it. And you beat
thank
me.
you.
You've even got Alabama on. I didn't even have time to put anything Alabama on today.
Yeah, I wore this, and I was actually in the green room. Nobody put me on stage, but I was there, so I did get to hear every single insult that was hurled my way, and I earned it. So thank you so much.
I didn't insult you. I'm dumb and can't figure out how to use this since they updated it back here. And I'm like,
She's
what?
not allowed to touch any of it anymore.
It's pretty. It's cool that they're changing things because they are evolving. But good gracious.
It's changing. They're changing everything. It seems like there's a change in here every week on what I see.
I thought I was going to have her dad help her with tech support, and that's
Oh, have mercy, Jesus. We know how that goes.
Hey, Austin, are you coming to my house in a couple of weeks?
Next week, baby. Next week.
I know where you'll be sleeping.
Ooh, right out there in the fenced in yard for the dogs.
No, I'm not
Uh-huh.
having him there. He can sleep in the carport with the cat.
Oh, there you go.
We have
quite a good one.
10 minutes left in Wild Bill's segment. So Wild Bill can either rant about something or
I'm
we
through.
can go ahead to quarter two. You just tell me what you want.
I'm done.
No, I'm not done. I got things to talk about with Wild Bill.
Turn your timer off, lady.
No, y'all have been out of control without a timer.
Nope. That's all we need was you coming on here bossing us around.
Hey,
you have been out of control without the timer.
That is a fair point. Just talking about those bullet points, Wild Bill. What impresses you the most out of all the bullet points you put together? What impresses you the most? What gives you a sense that Alabama may be on the right track?
We had 4 quarterback sacks, buddy.
Yeah, baby.
Plus, we held them to 209 yards offense. So in the last 2 games combined, we haven't even given up 400 yards of offense.
And 1 touchdown on defense. So that's nice.
But our offensive line has got to improve.
Agree.
Yeah, that is
we suck at run blocking, that's for sure.
Yes.
The offensive line is
drafted in the first round, but there's that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And his block on the double reverse flea flicker pass,
best play
all year. Yeah, it was cool, but it's not impressive, and I just don't think our offensive line is dirty enough. I don't think they're mean enough, and for some reason, there's just not the continuity there where they can go and impose their will, on the defensive line. And I thought there was an opportunity for us to do that, and for some reason, we just couldn't continue it. There is one thing that I wanted to add into Alabama or to Wild Bill's Bama bullet points. And, this is something that Josh and I were talking about. And there's a famous saying in football, at least in the coaching and player realm, which is take what the defense gives you. And so Josh lectured me in between his time on Facebook where he was coming to my defense, which I want to honor him for. But he was lecturing me on the defense doesn't give you anything. So he took it so literal. I wanted to provide some context, okay, with that. So let's take a look at this.
Quarterbacks that say take what the defense is willing to give you. Is that a meaning with this offense?
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Grubb emphasizes all the time, right? We want, the defense to cover every part of the field, right? Well, it's kind of hard to because, this is a harder thing to do, you know what I mean? So being able to, be able to get under center and, run the ball and be able to do play action and stuff, keep everybody guessing on their toes is, what we like to do, and so being able to just take what the defense gives us and get out of negative plays is the biggest thing about quarterbacking, and so that's what I think, I'm trying to do the best I can of.
Why are we all muted? I don't understand what's going on right now.
I think when there's a video, it automatically mutes, I believe.
True. But I intentionally added about an extra 30 seconds on the end of that because I wanted Josh to see that it is, in fact, you got to take what the defense gives you. So if the run is not working, but the pass is, you got to take in. Wild Bill.
Yeah, hang on. Hold up. I need a response to that because we all just now got done saying that we can't run the damn ball. So he could say all that he wants to, but we can't run the ball. So
Hey.
they have to pass it.
Hey,
That's
The
that's
defense
the whole.
ain't giving us nothing, dude.
That's
we
the
can't
whole
run it.
premise. They are challenging us to beat them in the secondary. They are fortifying the run defense. Therefore, we're going to take what they give us.
A time where it didn't matter if they wanted us to run or pass or whatever. We could do what we wanted to.
Yeah. Well, like with our childhood or your old relationships, you can't keep living in the past. You got to live in the now because we're not who we used to be.
Yeah, we suck at running the ball.
Wild Bill had his hand raised like he was in class. So.
Teacher. Mr. Moran, teacher.
Yes, sir. Boss number one. Go for it.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I would have to agree with Josh on this.
What?
Hey!
Because
somebody write this down.
How many times now, I don't know if y'all can look it up, have we had 3rd and 1 and we can't line up, put the quarterback under center and get 1 yard to get a first down? We have to do some kind of wide stuff to gain 1 yard.
Mm-hmm.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah, and I'm not here to disagree with you there.
Like you said, it's not. We're just not tough enough, I think, because one of the local sportscasters out of Birmingham said that the offensive line, he was watching the offensive line. He said when the true freshman, Michael Carroll, is in at right tackle, he said he's the one that shows some grit, meanness, and toughness, that he'll put you on your backside and he don't let up. Why can't the regular starters do this? And that was a local sports guy made this reference.
Yeah, I totally agree. There's a couple other guys on the twos that tend to be much more savage that we need. Well, I can't remember what number 71's last name is, but I think he plays right guard, if I'm not mistaken.
He's a starter.
Okay, so then it would be number 77 then instead of 71.
Robert.
That guy, okay, so he wasn't a starter because he was injured, so he came in. So he looks nasty. He looks savage. But the rest of the offensive line, I don't see that they're dangerous. And look, I don't disagree with you or Josh that we are, having a challenge running the football. Primarily what I'm looking at is the premise of this is you got to take what you can get. So if you're having success passing the ball, continue to take it. If you're not having success running the ball, do what's working. That's where the idea is take what the defense gives you. I don't mean they're legitimately saying, hey guys, you guys can throw at this guy or that guy in the secondary, etc. I mean, we're taking what we can get. And that's where you have to have it. Go ahead.
I've got some clips from just some steals that I froze it and took some screenshots today. Look at Proctor. Okay, he had one guy free. Running back was on the wrong side, unfortunately. I guess Ty didn't move him over. So then Proctor is 2-on-1. He just gets straight beat, which was horrible. And then,
that's unacceptable.
I mean, for the most part, though, on pass, the guards do a good job. But Formby and Proctor, for whatever reason, they are slow on quick outside guys. But I just want to say, I'm amazed that Ty Simpson did not get sacked right here. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that, dude.
3 guys within a hand and got a first down and then about 15 yards more. So
I'm surprised that Formby didn't tackle him in the backfield.
We're triple teaming one guy right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful. But Proctor, he is just slow off the corner. It's wild.
Yeah, he's not, and I agree with Josh in this sense that Josh was saying that our offensive line was touted to be the best in the country. They are terribly overrated. I mean, it's bad.
Lame sauce.
Really bad. Now, one would think, Wild Bill, since this is your segment,
We
would
have
think
1 minute left of Wild Bill's segment.
Nobody cares about your
Got it.
timer.
Look, I just need to be off a little before 7. I'm not worried about the 15-minute timer. I don't mind going a little longer. Just
Quincy asked for a timer to be back last week, so I'm doing what the boss said. Okay.
That's right. Do it the same.
Podcast all
Boss
day.
me too.
Don't mind going a little longer. It's not today.
That's what she said. So look, this is the deal. The way that I look at it. Never mind. I forgot my point. Totally. It actually escaped me. It's gone. No, it's good. We're all right.
Hey, now I will say they pass protection was better the last 2 weeks than the first week. But
I remember my thought.
But they've got a ways
to play Georgia.
That's good. Bring on the dogs.
defense.
Bring on the dogs.
But 3rd and 1 with the massive size we have, you should be able to run a quarterback sneak on 3rd and 1 and get a first down.
Yes, you should. I think too. You should be able to line up in a single back set. Let them know where you're coming, and with our guys and our large stable of running backs, even the big body guys, we should be able to get a first down. That's just where it's at.
I will say though, I'm
And
surprised to see
segment one's
any-
over.
Okay, I'm
Oh my
talking.
God.
Never mind. Just forget it. Just forget.
She's
it.
good.
We have
good.
a segment coming up, Austin. Our segment is 2 segments away, 2
I'm not-
quarters away.
Maybe it's better to not have this Hitlerian timer.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm not going to hold this
one
thought.
thing to say before we move on to the segment.
Yes,
you
sir.
see in one 15-minute segment, I've been demoted from the boss. Now I'm underneath Quincy. I've done been
Yeah.
demoted.
I mean, look, we wish Coach DeBoer would work that fast.
God, I get no
Oh,
respect.
man.
No respect.
Oh my
I tell you
God.
what, you get nothing but respect from this guy over here.
Exactly.
Okay, buddy. Okay. You know what, Wild
Yeah.
Bill? I love your Bama bullet points. And what I've got to say is I hate that I was so distracted trying to get here in time that I missed some of
All
them.
good. It's
Here's
all
my
good.
favorite thing from the game. I'm gonna put an overlay up. Bray and his fire.
Boom.
He did. He did set it on fire.
A lot cooler than that, but Gronk has let me down. But he's supposed to be encapsulated in flames, but that'll do.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. All right, Amber, do not waver on your timer. You have my full support. All right, ladies
Well,
and gentlemen, that
Thank you.
right there was the first quarter with Wild Bill. We're going to go ahead and give him the stinger that he deserves on the way out. Wild Bill. There we go. Josh, thanks for pumping up the even the old school. I should probably get rid of that.
That was my
But now
bad.
it's time for the second quarter. The second quarter is brought to you by Man versus Marriage, the podcast. Gentlemen, I got a question for you. Do you want to be a better man, a better husband, a better lover? Come on down to Man versus Marriage, the podcast, where we're going to teach you how to do that very thing. And with that, let's get into it.
This is the second quarter of the best podcast. Roll Tide.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the second quarter, brought to you by Man versus Marriage, the podcast. And I figured out what the error in my ways when it comes to the microphone. So eventually, I'll get that intro corrected because it needs a little more excellence. But before I do that, I just want to congratulate the Crimson Tide because looking back at Week 1 against Florida State, we all had a whole lot of doubt We had a lot of questions, and I think the Crimson Tide has done a great job in quelling some of those. A great bounce back game against Louisiana Monroe. They did what we thought they should do, racking up 73 points. And I'm sure that in the third quarter, the Dashes on DeBoer are going to talk about this. They did let their foot off the gas and left at least 2 touchdowns on the field, against Wisconsin, but they did come to play. The defense is becoming who we thought they were going to be. They are starting to fulfill the hype. But with that, let's go ahead and let's check out the stats. The stats also are brought to you by Josh Moran at IamJoshMoran.com. Watch out for him. He's a dangerous man. All right, let's talk about it. First downs, Wisconsin, a mighty 14 compared to 22 by the Alabama Crimson Tide. Third down efficiency, 6 of 11 for Wisconsin. Alabama was terrible, 2 of 8. Fourth down efficiency, 1 of 1 for Wisconsin and 1 of 2. So Bama hit up 50%. I'm happy. I love that they went for it so early in the game, and then they came back and they actually got it. Total yards by the Badgers, 209 yards compared to 454. That's a big block Chevy right there, baby. Passing on the day, 117 for O'Neal, who was 11 of 17, averaged about 6.9 yards per pass. And then you got Ty Simpson, the man, the myth, the legend. I believe that Austin Mack had a couple of passes in there too, but 24 of 30 for 382 yards, an average of 12.7 yards per pass. Interceptions thrown. O'Neal had the 2, threw him to one man, Bray Hubbard. Alabama, no interceptions, and that's a graphic I wish I would have made. Just looking at Ty for the whole season, but then the last 2 games, and I'll be very, very interested to see what goes on with Georgia. Running the ball, the mighty Badgers, 92 yards rushing on 34 attempts for an average of 2.7 yards per carry. Somebody needs to be arrested in Tuscaloosa because Alabama has 72 yards rushing on 22 attempts for 3.3 yards per carry. That is just absolutely disgusting. There's no reason that Alabama should have less than 5 yards a carry, period, no matter who the opponent is, especially Wisconsin. So it's unacceptable. Penalties, 6 for 65 on the Badgers. The Bama faithful, they had 7 for 57 yards. 2 turnovers. It was those interceptions. And then time of possession, 31 minutes and 4 seconds compared to 28 minutes and 56 seconds. And I got to tell you, any time that you're going to pass for that many yards and your run game is not great, you're going to see sort of a lack of time of possession because, you got the ball is in the air. So with that, I did want to look at some individual stats. You might have seen them there as I was doing the screen share, but I think it's important, for us to look here. And I'm going to bring up the quarterback play first. If I could get that banner off of there, I guess I could go take it off myself. I just want to be able to show. There we go. Thanks a lot. With that, so if we look here, here's how the 2 quarterbacks matched up, and sadly, you'll see second to that is how our leading rushers matched up. So O'Neal, a quarterback at Wisconsin, he was 11 for 17, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 117 yards. Props to the defense. Props to the defensive line, who you heard in Wild Bill's Bama Bullet Points, got 4 out of our 5 sacks for the entire season. So props there. Ty Simpson, 24 of 29, 4 touchdowns, 382 yards on his own. And I got to tell you, there were absolutely 2 touchdowns left on the field, maybe more. I don't know if some of the other team wants to come in and comment on that, but I think we, at a minimum, left 2 touchdowns on the field. And then rushing yards, Dupree, 7 carries for 26 yards from Wisconsin. And my man, Ty Simpson, he's not my man, but he's the man. 6 carries for 25 yards. And we have a stable of running backs, one of the deepest roles at the University of Alabama this season. Let's take a look at some other stats. Receiving yards, Ballard, 1 reception, 1 touchdown, 41 yards. Ryan Williams, 5 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 165 yards. Allegro, that linebacker, he's pretty sharp. 1 sack. LT Overton, 1 sack. And then tackles for loss. Solo tackles, we have 1. 1. I'd love to bring the rest of the group in and just figure out what your thoughts are. As we look at our leading tackler.
Yeah, there's no way that those tackle stats are right.
Hey, I will say though, we had
no
a lot of tackles. So if there's not a lot of solo tackles, that means we're gang tackling everybody.
But Bray had 2 or 3 by himself on the edge. So I'm like, who's recording this crap?
He most certainly did.
What's the age?
The age? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, 2 tackles on the age. What is that? Like,
speaking of the age, if you're watching on a platform that allows you to comment and you want to be featured on the BS podcast during the show, comment below, and we will we'll be happy to share your comments. But
I wanted to chime in with the Heisman a little bit on the Heisman thing. Whenever you're done talking about the stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Go talk about the Heisman. I'd love to hear it.
Okay, so now I'm starting to drink the Kool-Aid of Ty, which I told y'all I would if he played good. Hey, I love eating crow. It's my favorite thing to eat, especially when it comes to sports.
Yeah, he would know. He's a Raiders fan.
Hey, man, hey, those chickens are coming home to roost this year. Got a big game tonight. But have y'all seen that Garrett Nussmeier is still he's still 3rd in the Heisman rankings? And I want to read you his stats. 3 games, 69 of 106, 689 yards, 65 completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. And he is still number 3rd in the Heisman ranking. They haven't hardly scored any points. They can't do anything on offense. And I want to point out Ty's stats.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here you go.
64 of 89 for 862 yards, 72 completions.
Wow.
9 touchdowns and no interceptions.
9 touchdowns and no interceptions.
And he rushed for 2.
Yeah, and then here's Carson Beck. I agree with him being on there. He's 65-82, 812 yards, 79 completion percentage, 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
Who's that?
Carson Beck. So I'm just wondering, what the hell is the Heisman committee looking at when they still have that douchebag from LSU on there whose coach got on the media and screamed at a reporter yesterday because he asked him why they can't run the football and stuff.
He might need to retire. He's trying to be the next Saban, and I think he's just too grumpy for that.
He apologized today.
He apologized?
He texted the guy and apologized and did a statement. Yeah, he was a douche.
Yeah, I think the questions were like very apropos. I mean, that is I'm going. Those are basic questions, Coach.
Yeah.
And just looking at that, it's like, what's the deal here with you thinking that you're too good? Why would coaches in general? This is a part of the game. And I don't know exactly where they were. I'm gonna try to dial that up and see if. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna pull this back. I'm gonna bring it up.
What is Jeremiah Smith's stats?
He's got 3 touchdowns. He's averaged about 100 yards a game.
He's 4th in the rankings. I'll go ahead and look it up real quick.
Who's first?
John Mateer, the guy that Austin didn't even know he was on this planet.
Who's quarterback for Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Oh, he ain't gonna win it.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Oh my God.
For everybody, for everybody who didn't see it, let me see if I can get this in here for you.
12
question. We won the game 20-10. Try another question. Who you won? You want us to win 70-0 against Florida to keep you happy?
No, I think people want to know why you can't run the ball, quite honestly.
We can run the ball. Did you see the last play of the game? And you want to know what's wrong. You know what? You're spoiled. Give them some respect instead of micro-analyzing every little thing. This is ridiculous. That kind of question is so out of line. That's all you need. You just need one. There's some ridiculous questions. And I'm getting tired of it. Stop.
Unbelievable.
What a freaking P word, dude.
They had
What
three.
an a-hole, man.
Here you go. You want to hear some of LSU stats from the other night?
Let's hear them.
They do them for the whole year. They suck.
Well, I was going to say against Florida, they had 10 first downs, 4 for 14 on third down, 322 total yards. Nussmeier was 15 for 27 with an interception, rushed the ball 22 times for 100 yards, had 70 yards in penalties, and turned the ball over once. One.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And an
I'm
interception.
the candidate.
And they possessed the ball for 22 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
he
why
he got mad at a reporter for asking that question.
why they can't. Yeah. And
okay, so I want to run through Jeremiah Smith's and go ahead and say what you're going to say, Quincy, and I'll give you Smith and Mateer's numbers.
Listen, when you ask questions about a football game and what went on in said football game that you were in attendance to and you're there to report on it, that's just out of line. Shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, it wasn't even a dick question. It was like
a
normal question.
Yeah, I'd hate for somebody to ask a question about the team that he coaches.
Right.
That's a little
after they struggled to beat Clemson and Louisiana Lafayette and now Florida.
It's a little out of left field to ask a question about football to a football coach.
I think what this reminds me of one of my favorite movies. And before Coach Kelly walked in, he knows already that they're struggling to run the football. And there's a guy named Major Payne who said, "Want me to fix that finger for you? You're gonna feel a little pressure." And he walked up to the stage and he just exploded. "How dare you ask a question about the football game? We won. How about you honor the..." Shut up, Coach. That's ridiculous.
We've
All
got
right,
a
Josh,
minute
give
and a
us
half
some-
left in this segment, so
Oh my God, the gatekeeper. All right.
Here, I've got a video that I'm going to show right here, and it's the real reason why he's mad.
Give it up. Let's see.
Is it because he's gay?
Give me 2 seconds. It's loading. It's loading. Give me a
Damn
second.
it. Nico Collins just dropped a touchdown. No way, he caught that. Sorry.
The moment is slipping by.
Austin, Dash,
Okay.
you're going to take a whole minute and a half up.
Okay, I'm ready here. Let's see. Okay.
Come on, Nico.
Hey, come on. Oh, my word. My computer.
We might have to do this. We might have to do this during your segment.
Dash is on the board.
Here, I got it.
While you're pulling that up,
You're Brian Kelly.
while you're pulling that up, I got a question for Josh.
I can also read the rest of these Heisman numbers. Oh,
Do you stand behind this post, Joshua?
No, I told you I'm
Okay.
eating crow. Yeah, look, Quincy, you are the one that knows this the most. I am fine with being wrong about this situation. It's still a funny picture. I don't care what you say.
Y'all just go ahead and move on.
Okay.
Well, we've got 15 seconds left. You just wasted a minute and 15 seconds, sir.
All right.
I'm gonna run through Jeremiah Smith's numbers real quick.
Okay, give us the numbers, and then I want to talk just at the end of the segment as I move into the dashes on the board.
He's got 20 receptions for 315 yards, 87 long, and 3 touchdowns.
Oh my God, that's so obnoxious.
Said by a West Virginia fan.
And John Mateer's
numbers because it's loud.
John Mateer's numbers: 71 for 105 for 944 yards, 67, basically 68 completion percentage, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I think he's got some runs. Let me see his runs. 33 carries, 161 yards, 4.9 average, and 4 touchdowns. So he's got some interceptions, which I threw a lot of interceptions with him on the game too. So Ty has 9 touchdowns and no interceptions, and 2 rushes. That is 11. He has not turned the ball over. So that's impressive.
Amber, they're going over their time limit.
Amber, freaking boomers.
Quincy is the one who wanted the timer.
All right, so give me Amber, if you don't mind, give me the stage solo for just a minute. I want to say something real quick before we move into yours and Austin's segment. So, if you aren't aware, a tragic situation happened in the United States of America. Whether you line up politically or religiously with Charlie Kirk, he was assassinated in cold blood. And we in America, we are heartbroken. There's a group of people that are celebrating this young 31-year-old man's death, and those people are disgusting. But I did want to take a minute. I did want to take a moment of silence to represent my appreciation, this podcast appreciation for Charlie Kirk and for the men and women like him that stand for freedom, that stand for the democracy of this great constitutional republic, that stand for open debate and the willingness to have said debate anytime, anywhere. And so if you would with me, just take a moment of silence as we honor Charlie Kirk for all that he did for Christianity, as well as all that he did for the young people in this country. We'll be right back.
I don't hear you.
You're muted.
Well, I unmuted myself and somebody muted me back. I lost all audio and didn't hear anything Quincy said about Charlie Kirk. So anyway, we have definitely been heartbroken in the Dash House because we loved Austin more so than me, Charlie Kirk, and had some reevaluation in my life for the last week of what I'm doing with it. But anyway, here we are. We're talking about football. And, if you're watching and you just stumbled upon us to talk about football, but you don't know Jesus, reach out to us. Quincy loves to talk about God. My dad's a minister. He loves to talk about God. Austin and I are on staff at a church. We enjoy singing about God because that's what we do. But if you don't know the Lord and you've been super confused about what's going on, don't worry. The rest of us are too. But God has a plan and we don't always know what that is. So if you didn't go to church yesterday, but you thought about it and you'd like to talk about the Lord, shout out at us. We would love to talk with you about the Lord and how good Jesus is, because he's good even though when crap hits the fan. He was real good Saturday to me too, because I got to see the whole game. I was so excited. I got to watch the game with mom and dad. Austin had to watch it in the car on the way to a concert, so he didn't get to see all of it he saw most of it, but
Yes, I did.
you didn't see the important
Yes, I did.
part that I was freaking out over, and you were like, I don't see it. It was a great game. I enjoyed eating at my mom and dad's house because mom makes the best football food, and it was a good time. So, Austin, here is your time to shine. I know you have lots of thoughts and things to say, so have at it.
I actually don't. I just sent you the transcript.
Well, we don't have a press conference from today to talk about, so that makes it a little hard to find something to talk about. But we have
Unsilence yourself.
What?
What?
There, you guys are not silenced. We can hear you.
No, I meant they weren't saying words.
Oh. So here's why Brian Kelly.
Sorry.
Here's why Brian Kelly was actually mad. Because he got absolutely clobbered again. That's right. That's why he was in such a bad mood. He was still thinking about this later. So what do you guys think about that? I thought that
I would like to point out also, because we don't have a lot to talk about DeBoer. The problem is when you guys, I haven't been able to join yet, go live after a game on Saturday nights. Yes, Brandon, I had hobo beans and tater salad, and it was amazing. Y'all talk about the post-game press conference. So then on weeks that we don't have a press conference, there's not really anything to talk about. But I would like to point out that Coach, I feel like I did see where he praised the fans for being there and being there early and being in good moods and sticking around. And, that's always something that Coach Saban got upset about when they left. So I think he just was trying to make sure the fans know that he's glad that they're there and they stay.
Yeah, no doubt. I think, just a couple of the things, and there were some really good press conferences. I thought Ty's was good, obviously, because he gave a soundbite that I used in this particular program. I didn't see anything from Jeremy Bernard, and I really would love to have seen another press conference from him just to talk about, his leadership. But he's very humble. He's a very humble young man. But the thing that I was
from him, sorry. Did
good.
you see the quote from him about people running their mouth about Ryan Williams?
No.
He said he was sick and tired of people running their mouth about Ryan Williams because he had a bad game, which, he technically had a bad game and a half. And he was like,
oh my God, whatever.
Jeremy was just like, he's one of the greatest to do it. So y'all just need to stop running your mouth. And I was like,
stop dropping.
I got what he was trying to say, but it's just, I've really enjoyed seeing already just after that first loss. I feel like we're seeing a real team kind of come together. Mm-hmm. Especially something like that, and just different things I've heard them say, especially they had that team led meeting where they were kicking folks in the butt. I feel like we're that, even though that was painful for us to watch, I feel like that kind of did some things, and they're kind of actually becoming a team now. But anyway, Austin, Quincy was finishing. I'm going to jump out and y'all can talk.
That was abrupt. Yeah. So the press conference, that we talked about on Saturday night, the one of the few things that I appreciated, Austin, was something that Josh and I were talking about before the game was over. And that is that we didn't finish well. And so it felt like we took our foot off the gas. And, Coach DeBoer coming on and talking about that truly gives me some hope that this team is not, they're not just playing well because they played UL Monroe and because they played Wisconsin. I think that the speeches that they gave, like Ty and Bray Hubbard, that they gave after that Florida State game, Josh was saying that Ty had a Tebow speech, and then Bray Hubbard, we talked about that too, that he was called out, and he said, "Do you know how it is to pour gasoline on fire. And I have to say, I have to echo Amber's comments and my own sentiment, which is this possibly could have been the best thing for this football team to come out and get embarrassed and bring their best game, every week after that. So what are your thoughts about them, taking their foot off the gas?
It's a reality check right off the bat when you realize that there's work to be done outside of just showing up and wearing the Alabama uniform. Like I said, some of these guys aren't Saban guys. So, DeBoer's finally proven to them that the process makes a difference, and we've seen it the last 2 weeks. I mean,
yeah,
it's just compare and contrast the difference when you're prepared versus when you're not, and when your head's in the right space, how you prepared, and then your execution. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind, Alabama was down by 7 points late in the game against Florida State. Still had a chance to win it as bad as they played.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that I'm more ticked off over the fact that they're good, but they weren't so good that Alabama couldn't have still won that game. And I think that they realized that too. So, we're getting the buy-in and the whole we're upset that they scored a touchdown. We're upset that we didn't score more touchdowns. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And
because it's going to matter. It's going to matter in the games like the Georgia, the Tennessee, the Vanderbilt that are coming up. The fourth quarter is going to matter a lot more than it did in this game.
Yeah, and the thing that in my mind that's important is, we did come out, we didn't score at home against Wisconsin. And so what was our response going to be? Were we going to be resilient? And, I believe, Bray Hubbard got the ball back for the Crimson Tide, and then we went down and we scored. Now, something needs to be addressed, in-house with Ryan Williams, because I'm going to be the first to say that I agree. He is a great wide receiver, but he legitimately dropped a pass in the end zone that hit him in the hands. Now, maybe Ty threw the ball a little bit too hard, but that's a play. That's a pass that he has got to catch. And that pass, there's pressure to catch it, but there's no pressure on that pass like you're going to see in Athens. There's no pressure like you're going to see, in South Carolina. There's no pressure. That was no pressure compared to what you're going to see in Auburn. That when maybe it comes down to the end of the season and Ryan needs to come through, catch a pass to ensure that we get into the SEC championship or that we get into the playoffs. So I think it's critical that they solve whatever is going on there. It could just be a lack of focus on Ryan's part, but the coaching staff and the players, they need to have a huddle and talk about what's it going to be, because ultimately, when the game is on the line right now, the most trusted receiver, in my opinion, is Jeremy Bernard, far and away.
I will say too, though, Horton kind of showed this week that he's going to go up and get it.
Yes.
And that was a tough catch, and Ty zipped that heifer in there.
I would like to address one thing about Coach DeBoer that we haven't talked about yet regarding Saturday's game.
Hey, I even heard you say there's a timer on this one.
There is. It's got 3 minutes left. We can't. I would like to talk about Coach DeBoer losing it on the sideline. I know we can't hear Kyle Henderson talking. Y'all, I hope everybody who ranted and clutched their pearls over him wearing a hoodie on the sideline. I hope they're all enjoying the crow that they're eating, because we're winning games when he wears his freaking black Alabama hoodie. And then Saturday, Saban, like the spirit of Saban took over that man, and he was like in the rest of it. And I was like, dude, this is what we've been waiting for. Like, gentle parenting, get it out of your system. And I see it just flying out of him.
He's not allowed to wear crimson for the rest of the year.
He cannot wear a polo. Like, if he shows up wearing a polo, y'all just know we're going to lose.
Well, he's a former athlete and a football coach, so he's probably going to buy into the same superstition.
He's probably superstitious.
Yeah. Or as they would say on The Office, I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wore the same shirt for the last 2 games, and I'll be wearing it for the next 10 until they lose. 2009 championship shirt. So
we have a minute left on Dashes on DeBoer. So would anybody else like to talk about Coach DeBoer losing it on the sidelines on Saturday?
Yeah, I think just one thing real quick. We were up at that point 38-7. I think he was ripping a guy apart for not having that sense of intensity that we're looking for. Let me play this. I am scared to death of what I just. Let me play this real quick and see. Let me ask you all if Coach DeBoer answered the question. This will take about 3 minutes. It'll finish us out and get us into the fourth quarter. We'll be right back. Just a couple things before I turn it over to Josh real quick, because I know he's got a comment he wants to make. You can be a nice guy, but you can also still bring the thunder. And I know that. I know that for a fact. And just in my own life and my own development, of course, I have never coached at the level of the University of Alabama. Maybe I've not had that kind of pressure, but God knows that in my life, in real life, I've had significant amounts of pressure. And the reason I'm even going to talk about it is because you do have the ability to grow outside of yourself and become what the moment needs. How do I know that? Because I have done that. Obviously, it's by the grace of God. It's by a lot of hard work, and it's about choosing the mental fortitude and becoming who you want to be. And he has the goods. But in this particular situation, when it comes to the University of Alabama and the expectations, this man has the framework to get the job done. But what got him here is not going to get him to where he wants to go with this program. Because he's got to embrace something that he may never had to have done before. It's a new version of who he is. And Coach Saban had to do that on some levels whenever he was coaching, because he had a system and a process, and he was forced to evolve when offenses changed in college football and in the SEC. So that's where DeBoer finds himself. I was not built to stand face to face, with neurosurgeons and advocate and fight and push back and demand that my daughter gets brain surgery. But you have to embrace the moment. I wasn't built to sit in front of the 2 people that sexually abused my kids, but you have to embrace the moment. I wasn't built for many of these things, for autism, for seizures, etc. And that's real life. And for him, this is real life. This is the program. It's the future of his coaching staff. It's the families that are connected. It's the boys that are there that want to be professional football players. He has to rise to the moment, and he can. He has what it takes. And he's a great coaching staff around him. And I say that too about Ty, because we want the good guys to win. Yeah. But he's got to execute. Josh, I'll turn it over to you. What did you want to say?
That was a lot. It's going to be hard to top that.
Three, two, one.
What's up, everybody? It's Quincy Moran, the host of the BS Podcast, and we are here for the fourth quarter. I know we got some comments that some of the group wants to make. I keep going back to that because that video about you've got to become what the moment needs. You've got to embrace the moment. And I've got to say, I believe that Coach DeBoer is doing that. I believe Ty Simpson is executing now. So I'm glad to see it because I think we as the Alabama nation, I think we were losing hope in that situation because it looked so grim after that Florida State loss. Now, before I turn it over to you guys for the comments, I want to let you know that I have the winner for last week. And the winner is none other than Wild Bill, the man, the myth, the legend.
Way to go,
So
Wild Bill.
So Wild Bill predicted 38-13.
Dad, you were so close.
Props to you, Wild Bill. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We are now in a tie for first place. One against one. Everybody else, last place, you bunch of losers.
Yeah, well, I ain't worried about it.
What was my score?
What if it had been 52-13? Because we should have scored 2 more times.
What was my score, Quincy?
Then I would have won. Josh, your score is not near me. It's in my backpack that's not in this room, but I believe you were in the 40s.
I think I said 45-10 or something. Thanks, Ryan Williams. You stupid loser.
Yep.
You know who else is a stupid loser? Your boy, Eli Holstein.
Yeah! West Virginia won, baby!
Eli's not my boy like Lonergan is.
Well, you were talking about how good he was till he played West Virginia.
I know you guys are. I know y'all are a juggernaut. Good job.
I was gonna be so upset if they lost again.
Oh well, I was actually.
Well, you're about to be upset because there's more on the way. So
I know, but I
what?
just want them to do good because I love West Virginia, the state, so much, and of course my husband's from there. So
The good thing is the rest of the Big 12 is awful too, so we've got a shot.
Hey, y'all want to see a picture of the most angriest people in the world?
No, please.
There you go.
It's Keegan.
whoa!
Wow.
I mean, I see the resemblance.
Was that a mustache
like-
or black lipstick? Anyway, moving on.
That is,
just really quick, really quick.
When he takes his
I
hat off.
think that's for kissing a butthole or something.
Really
Okay, you
quick.
gotta-
Hold on.
Go ahead, Amber.
So,
Go ahead.
just really quick, I wanted to touch on 2 things that I wanted to talk with you guys about. First off, I was just scrolling Threads, which is Facebook and Meta's version of X, and a girl posted, it's not tweeted on there, that she went to her local Books A Million and was book shopping and went to the faith-based section, and they were completely sold out of Bibles.
Wow.
Oh, right.
If you've never been to a Books A Million, they have a ton of Bibles. Something else I wanted to talk about if we talked about Charlie Kirk. I know this doesn't have anything to do with football, but Fox News released his stats from his social media followings and how they have grown since last Wednesday. His Instagram went from 6.9 million followers to 12.1 million followers. His TikTok went from 7.3 million to 9.3 million, and his YouTube, they only gained about 1 million followers. It was his personal, not Turning Point USA. But his following on Instagram has almost doubled, which is insane. And they were talking about how powerful that was and that his influence lives on through the young people because that's where they follow him on. So anyway, he was also an Oregon Ducks fan. So
Cindy,
I don't
this
know
ain't
if they
time
won
to
or
talk
not,
about no beans.
well, Josh asked
being
if you would
serious.
if you would pay attention to the chat. Josh asked. They're fantastic.
Y'all keep
Josh.
talking about hobo beans, and I'm like, yeah, what's in them?
Are we talking about hobos?
All right. So
You can pretty
with
much
that-
put whatever you want to in them, but
Here's a hobo.
let's talk. Okay. Let's talk about your comments, Austin, unless that it was Eli Holstein.
Oh no, I was just going to pull up some stats from Georgia, Tennessee.
Okay, please do.
Because y'all know we live in Tennessee now. So we've all very enjoyed that they lost on Saturday.
Well, they didn't need a team show me a defense, so there's that.
Hurry up,
I'm
dude.
trying to present here. Okay, it says I am, but it's not on there.
You have to click the button.
Hold on. Here.
Oh wait, okay,
There we go.
There we go. Okay, let's see. That's a lot of yards for an SEC game. Georgia had 502 total yards. Tennessee had 496. 2 turnovers apiece. Tennessee had a lot of penalty yards to lose by 3 points, which is crazy. Not great on third down, guys. Look at this.
You gonna read them because some people might not be,
Oh, can you
there, but
you think
It's really-
you think they're listening on our podcast, Josh?
I don't know. I mean,
It's really small too, so some people might
say
just
the
not
word.
be able to see it.
Numbers. You're failing.
Okay, I'm sorry. 496 yards for Georgia, 502 yards for Georgia, 496 for Tennessee. 2 turnovers apiece, 23 first downs for Tennessee, 28 first downs for Georgia. Georgia had 5 penalties for 39 yards. Tennessee had 10 for 82 yards. Georgia was 8 for 17 on third down. Tennessee was 5 for 12. Georgia was 2 for 2 on fourth down. Georgia possessed the ball 35 minutes, 38 seconds. Tennessee had the ball 24 minutes and 22 seconds. Gunnar Stockton was 23 for 31 with 2 touchdowns, 304 passing yards. Aguilar, 24 for 36 with 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and put up 371 yards on Georgia. Chris Braswell had 177 receiving yards on 6 receptions and 3 touchdowns.
What did it look like? And I was looking something up here. What did you find on the stat line for sacks, quarterback sacks by Georgia?
I'm looking at team stats right now. Not seeing their defensive stats.
I wouldn't put them up there either.
Passing, receiving, Georgia defense. I'm not. Let's see. They had one sack.
One sack.
One sack. One sack. Tennessee had good Lord. Tennessee had Tennessee had 3 sacks.
Huh. I think that's going to be a telling piece of this football game. I mean, this game was on the road at Tennessee, so it's a hard place to play, very loud. And, we're going to be playing in Georgia. But when I look at that, with them not having the ability to create pressure on the offensive line, and I don't know what Tennessee's offensive line looks like, I think that's one of the keys in this matchup.
Are both of those offenses high-powered like they looked? Or are both of their secondaries bad? To me, there was a lot of wide open receivers, which makes me go, man, their secondaries are what they need to be.
Well, I mean, the other question that begs is how is Alabama going to fare on the road? Because historically under DeBoer, we are terrible on the road.
Yeah, Georgia's like 31 or 32 games in a row there, right? I think. How many?
We'll have to look that up. Here's something I wanted to bring up that I think there appears to be some bias on. Wild Bill, go ahead and then I'll pull this stat up.
Was Alabama the last team to beat them in Athens?
By a lot.
Huh?
Maybe so. I looked it up and it says 32 consecutive games.
I'm gonna look.
Mercy me.
Last team to beat
Georgia. When did we go over there and beat them?
I don't know.
I'm looking
it up.
We've got about 5 minutes left, guys.
Okay, well, we don't have any scores to predict, so
That's true.
I have a score to predict. When do you want me to predict it?
the last time they lost was 2019 to unranked South Carolina in double overtime.
Oh.
I can predict the score if you want. Hello?
Was it 2008 the last time Alabama? No, they've played there since then.
There's conflicting information, and while you're looking that up, Austin, I'm going to bring up some conflicting information as well. Let's take a look at this, guys. I typed in several different ways. I wanted to know, as of week 3 of the 2025 college football season, who are the top quarterbacks, top tier performers? Carson Beck, okay, John Mateer, Dante Moore, Sawyer Robertson. Now,
he's not getting any play.
Ty Simpson is nowhere to be found, even on the AI model.
Yeah, that's offensive.
Let's keep it that way.
As far as I knew, Josh just said how many interceptions did he have?
0.
Okay, but how many did McTeer have?
3.
Okay. Well, I guess
telling you, I saw somebody else today, a sports reporter, that had posted his list, and all of those people were on it. There were a couple of other people on it, and Ty was nowhere to be found. I mean, if he's the underdog, that's fine. But dude, like, people are literally like,
people hate Alabama.
People keep talking.
They dissing Ty. They dissing Ty.
Well, I'm okay with it. Give us all the tackling fuel, coach, that we need. Let's keep getting it.
Hey, I'm gonna give my prediction for this
For
week.
what?
All right, do it. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so since we don't have a football game, Ty's gonna be throwing a different kind of thing to the receivers, and
Oh no.
now it's just for everybody, baby. Bama 10,000 bye week -25.
Woo! I like that score. I sure do.
That sub, bro.
Well, hey, let's talk a little bit about
Alabama
Go ahead,
hasn't played in Athens since 2015.
I was wondering if Austin or Amber or Josh could pull up the hit the Vandy boy put on the South Carolina quarterback that knocked him out.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Look.
I didn't think it was targeting.
I mean, I just like, and while they're looking that up, one of the other local sports reporters said that quit calling these football players student athletes. They're paid athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just dropping these passes. They're paid to catch the ball just like the pro receivers are.
That echoes what Josh's sentiments are, for sure.
Well, it is. I mean, Ryan's got 4 in 2 games.
You know, all of them, I guess, at critical times. He had some really good catches in Wisconsin. We need all the style points we can get, and to drop a pass in the end zone that hits you in the hands, I just can't figure it out. I cannot figure it out. So hopefully we can get some sort of resolution to that, because, you know, every game from here on out is going to require style points for the University of Alabama, and it's going to require Florida State to keep winning as well.
I have the it.
Bring it up, baby. Let's go.
It's right there.
Harbor, middle receiver, top of the formation. There he goes, and they go the opposite way to Faison, who gets popped out of bounds. And Sellers got hit. And Sellers is down.
Timeout for an offensive player injury. Constitute a 10-second runoff because the runner was ruled out of bounds. It'll be second down.
He's been reaching for the rib protecting pad that he has on underneath the shoulder pads.
Is it gonna show?
That play could have been much bigger. And here's what they're looking at.
Oh.
That wasn't. That
Not
was,
even targeting.
The helmet
do what?
was Lenore Sellers is a defenseless player, a pocket passer.
Oh God!
Yeah, that's. We've got to figure out what targeting is, because
Yep.
if that's it, we need to start playing flag football.
Yeah,
So did they call that targeting or no?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, after they let him run a play.
What?
That didn't
Yeah.
really look like targeting to me. I mean, it didn't look good, but
Right in the middle of a big yardage play, they stopped it and went back and said, "Yep, it was targeting."
Yeah,
Sandy ended up winning 31-7.
That's not good. I mean, you're supposed to lead with your head on somebody that's defenseless
with the crown of your helmet.
With the crown of your helmet, and I mean he's already in forward motion. He tucks his own head.
It's face mask to face mask look like,
but he does not lead with the crown of his helmet. So somebody somewhere has got to do. I mean, they got to do something about this, and I don't know who it is or what they're supposed to do. But that's pretty crappy. I thought it was neat. I don't know if everybody heard it, but one of those football games, I can't remember which one Josh and I were watching, but they gave us the behind the scenes play-by-play for the refs and the booth and how they review, what they look at, what they're talking about.
ACC, yeah.
I thought that was really good, and I would love to hear that on the back end for calls like this in the SEC. It would just be interesting to see how they're describing things, because you can't have it both ways. And if you do, then it's not competing or a competition that's fair. So,
if it was the SEC though, then all they would be like, oh, you know what? He's just going to throw another interception anyways. That's not a rough hit on DJ Lagway. Or they'll say, you know what? It's Georgia. Just call it.
Man, speaking of Lagway, he threw 5 interceptions over the night, right? Holy cow.
I could do that.
So next week.
Time's up.
Next week's, that's right.
But just whatever.
Next week's program, we're going to get into Georgia. We won't have any games to review unless we see some great football over the weekend, which I'm sure we will. Alabama has the bye week as they're heading into preparation for Georgia, which I'm excited about. So next Monday's show, we are going to dive in, give our predictions, and we're going to be prepared to talk about Alabama, Georgia. And while Bill, I don't know what you want to come prepared with, but we will be excited. I will have to prepare something because we're not going to have any stats for me to look over. Yeah, I know that's mood right now.
Real person.
What about a picture of my boy from County High catching that pass as he gets drilled in the back?
Man, oh man. Josh, what did you call that? The hospital catch?
Yes. Yeah, it's a hospital throw. That's a hospital throw.
That boy
hospital throw.
Right up.
All right. Well, it's about time for us to wrap this episode of the BS Podcast up. Congratulations to the Alabama Crimson Tide. 2 wins in a row. Now it's time to hit the road again. Last time Alabama was on the road, it was not a good situation. So, guys, we're looking for redemption. We're looking for you to go teach the Bulldogs to behave. Amber Dash, any final words before you jump off stage?
Roll Tide, baby.
Roll Tide. Austin Dash, any final words before you jump off stage?
Roll Tide, and Nico Iamaleava sitting out the rest of the year because his coach got fired because he sucks.
Is he sitting out? Is he sitting out?
Yes, that's what it said. That's what it said. His coach got fired, so it looks like he's going to sit out the rest of the year to focus on his mental health.
You know what, Austin? That brings me to one brief point here.
Stop it.
Yes.
Austin, I want to take you to task on something, sir.
He's going to focus on his mental well-being.
Who are you discussing right? Who are you talking about right now?
Nico Iamaleava. He's
UCLA.
He's Iamaleava again.
His coach got fired, and now he's sitting out the rest of the year to focus on his mental well-being. Oh my God, Tennessee!
Guess what? And he's still going to get paid all that money to do absolutely nothing.
They gotta come up with a system where they can cut these players if they're not putting up there into the bargain.
You
Sorry.
got that
All right.
He's
So
entering
before
the transfer portal too. He's going to Target.
Hey, just tell me which Target that is, and I won't go there, even though I don't shop at Target. But I'm not shopping where he works.
Well, here's what I want to talk about. Austin Dash, you come back on the stage. Josh and I want to take you to task over something.
I gotta go here in a second. I gotta cook.
Yep, we're gonna wrap this up, but we need to take you to task over your reporting, because before the game in the BS podcast, in the BS chat, the Bama hotline, excuse me, you said that both Jam and Tim Keenan were active and playing football, and neither guy was. So
they were on the depth chart listed as starters. I just relayed what was on the depth chart.
Crackbook?
Nope. Let me see if I can find it.
You know,
it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter now. But the depth chart that they released had them as starters.
I don't believe that.
Well,
listen, listen. You
prove it. Prove it.
You, Austin, you are one of our leading correspondents. We need you to have some credibility, because I still haven't seen a 4.740. And now
he also shared that the Florida State quarterback was doing Zens and caused a big argument, and it was
come on, Dash.
It's like,
clean it up.
Even try to see if it's real or fake before you put it in the chat.
Look at this. I'm gonna pull this up right now.
Listen, man, it better be from ESPN, because I guarantee it's from some page that ain't real.
ESPN.
Well, yeah, that's where they broadcast the SEC games.
Wow.
You would think that their depth chart would be current.
All right.
Wait one second. Here we go.
We don't have time to work on Austin.
Do what?
Okay. Josh, while he's pulling it up, your final words. Josh Moran, final words for this episode of the BS podcast.
Roll Tide, and can't wait till the Georgia game, but it's going to be very, 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 very nerve-wracking. Okay, so what is it?
Look right here. Running back, Jam Miller, right there.
What was the printed by date on it?
Yeah, but that's
September 13th, 2025.
Okay, so who posted that?
A sports writer from Mobile.
Uh-huh. Well,
They
he's an
both
idiot.
dressed.
He's an idiot.
They both.
You should unfollow him right now.
They both dressed and warmed up. So
unfollow him right now. No, they didn't dress.
Well,
He didn't even have his freaking uniform on.
They faked him out.
He was literally on the
They
sideline.
did. They made him nervous.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. All right, Wild Bill. It's time for you to give your final thoughts as we close out this program.
Roll Tide. And I'm glad I won the prediction.
Yes. Congratulations, Wild Bill.
What's Josh's record for the year?
Right now, Josh stands at 0-3. Oh my gosh. This is the best part of the show. I mean, this is hilarious. All right, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations once again to Wild Bill for his victory in week 3. 38-13, the prediction. 38-14 is the victory. Alabama heads into the bye week 2-1. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Crimson Tide are getting ready to ride in Athens and go teach them Bulldogs to behave. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for watching the BS Podcast. We love you. We appreciate you. Roll Tide, everybody.
One message for you from your aunt.
Uh-huh.
She will bust both of you in the head. Can y'all hear me?
Not rocket science, you know.
I think you, like me, have a face for radio.
Can y'all hear me?
We gonna play with the players we got. Next man up.
That's why it sucks.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
This kind of unprofessionalism does not need to be tolerated. I mean it.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
What the hell is going on here? Just all hang up.
Another episode of the BS Podcast.
Hang
I'm your
on,
host,
hang
Quincy
on,
Moran.
hang on. There's all kinds of noise in my ear now.
Oh, jeez.
We need a little bit more professionalism.